If this is your first time hearing my voice, then hit the subscribe button and make yourself comfortable, because under my radar today is the thaigl series Queendom. Before we start, let me set you into the mood of the story. Imagine being a young teenager, your name is Prince, you're full of potential and talent, and you have this dream to become a great actress. So you decide to gather all your courage and go in for this competition organized by your school. The very opportunity you needed to open doors to your dreams, ambition. The competition is set to date. You give in your everything.
กับน้อง Prince ได้เลยครับ
You dance, you sing, you're beautiful, everyone is screaming and yelling your name. There's no doubt you are the chosen of the majority. All your opponents seize the stage one after the other. They tried their best, yet no one made it better than you. Unfortunately, as evident as your victory was, so was it for one opponent in particular, called Rey, who turned out to be the daughter of a very rich and influential actress who made it in the industry for years. So the competition ends, the results are read, and you lose in favor of this opponent. Years goes by. The bittersweet memory of this day remains impregnated in your heart. In the future, you become a hot influencer known in your region, and this girl the actress you wish you had become. And then, those days you thought were over turns out to be just the beginning of a long story, cause fate will reunite both of you. This time not for a competition but for a film project. The project is 1 week to start. You will have to endure rehearsing with this aka Nepo baby. But you have no choice. This is an opportunity you can't miss. Then comes this day when after a session of rehearsal, you finally are free to head home and rest before the next chaotic day. On your way out of the building, accompanied by this opponent, you stumble on this woman all dressed in red, who seems to have appeared from nowhere. Just like a prank, she succeeds in making both of you play a funny game. The next morning, you both wake up to find out you have switched bodies. At the moment I am speaking to you, you are in your enemy's body. Just imagine all the things you could do to that body. Well, this is the introduction of the thaigl series Queendom, and this is the story of Prince and Rey, the main lead character of the story. Before we dive longer, hear me out. This series is an adaptation of the novel Queendom written by Salmon under the production company WeTV. Now, I need you to remember about this. My analysis is a positive criticism directly targeted to the production company. This includes the whole cast behind the scene. Having said that, let's go. Number 1, the story introduction. The story starts with an avalanche of hooks. First, we are welcomed straightforward by the reunion of Prince and Rey and the palpable grudge they hold from their teenage encounter. Then, we are proposed into a glimpse of their character's personality and life. Prince, the promising rising hot influencer, is an extrovert from a modest home. She is part of a family of 4. Her mother, June, her sister, Cartoon, her brother, Frank, and her stepfather, the real father of Prince, has kicked the bucket, okay? On the other side, we have Rey, the Nepo rich baby and great actress from a luxurious home, with a controlling mother, Dwayne, and an absent opportunistic father, that's Sakon. Further as we move, the hook is very promising. Immediately we get a solid slap with the mysterious scene, the wizard woman who came out from nowhere. The choice of such a story was a bold move from WeTV. I had questions popping out my head in a hell of emotion. Like what? How did they manage to change? Did they cover their eyes? How about their phones? Did they search the messages? I mean, if I was in the body of my enemy and I just woke up on her bed in her room with her phone, I'll be shocked at first. But then the next thing that will follow will be a hell of devilish ideas. But as we are moving further, the crew is pushing us into a new dimension. Prince and Rey will hurry to meet themselves, back to the place where everything began. But bad news, the woman is nowhere to be found. They will try to reproduce the game. Nothing. Photo shoot. Nothing. For the photo shoot, what were you both thinking? Like, were you both hoping that the noise of the camera were going to make you switch bodies? But at least they tried. They tried even a deep dive into water, hoping to drown, die, and wake up in their bodies back to normal. But unfortunately, it didn't work. And here, to the screenwriter and the cinematographer, I saw what happened here. Prince in Rey's body did not make her any mouth to mouth. If they can intertwine their lips in the future episode, at least Prince could have given to Rey that kiss of life. It wouldn't have destroyed the upcoming romantic kiss. So please, spare us that next time. or you could have just dropped the camera on a different angle, okay? So let's move further. At this point, both ladies have tried every possible solution, yet they are still stuck in the wrong body. At last, the desperate ladies will have to inform to their assistant about the unrealistic situation. Typhoon Prince's assistant and Wanmai Rey's assistant. Typhoon's character is similar to that of her protege Prince, and Wanmai is as reserved as Rey. Together, they will believe both young ladies. Wanmai will propose that both girls should live together so they can learn about their schedule and responsibilities while they find a mysterious shaman. From here, we would be blessed by a succession of hilarious events.
3 ชั้นเนี้ยของเธอส่วนตรงนี้ของฉันห้ามเกินมาเด็ดค่ะเอ้าแล้วทำไมพื้นที่ของเรามันน้อยกว่าก็พอฉันเป็นเจ้าของห้องไง
Number 2, the body switching and psychological depth. On a psychological level, the series turned into a therapy as both girls will be confronted by the hidden realities faced by their rival. Prince will discover the pressure Rey endured from her perfectionist mother and her absent father, and the loneliness she goes through being called a nepo baby, how it overshadowed all her real-life merit and effort. Rey, on the other side, will discover Prince's vulnerability from her unacceptance of her stepfather and her delicate family dynamic, a reality that will bring them closer and even very closer. A closeness that will be so contagious that their assistants Typhoon and Wanmai will also get closer, as both women are playing detectives to find the shaman.
ขอติดรถไปลงปากซอยแล้วกัน
Number 3, we have the chemistry. At the level of chemistry, Typhoon and Wanmai served us a masterpiece, especially Typhoon, which I should say that her facial expressions were wow. And as for Prince and Rey, I couldn't say otherwise. But honestly, it was weirdly disturbing as the chemistry sparks while they are still in the wrong body. When Prince looks at Rey and feels frustrated, I was like, how can Prince fall for her own eyes, her lips, her body? Those moments had me avoiding my own eyes through the mirror. I had my brain confronting me to the possibility that sexual tension could undergo within oneself, and they had Prince and Rey taste the forbidden food while in the wrong body. At least they highlighted the fact that both actors were conscious of the weird situation, so we could remember we are not crazy. Now, this scene in particular, this scene was as useless as the desire of the actor in this scene. Whatever lonely moment he wanted from Prince or Rey was the moment we did not want it. This scene had better been deleted because it wasted time. Like, it was the plot that was not plotting in the plot. Number 4, we have the resolution and the tension. Typhoon and Wanmai will find the shaman. Once they find the shaman will play her magic, but both ladies will not regain their body on the spot. And the shaman will tell them they will regain their body when the moon will find the sun, when they will figure it out deep in their heart. But there was a little problem with this part because they did not give us clarification about why the shaman really did that. But by the way, it was interesting.
เอเจนซี่เขาติดต่อแม่มาลูกต้องยกเลิกงานที่ไทยทั้งหมดก่อน
แม่คิดว่าเจ๊จะรับได้เหรอเธอรู้ว่าแม่มีแฟนใหม่อะ
Finally just regain their initial body. And now, both girls will have to reface their new realities. Prince will discover that while Rey was in her body, Rey got closer to her stepfather. Like, Rey changed the family dynamics. Rey will discover that while Prince was in her body, Prince accepted her mother's proposition to go to China and become a very bigger actress by withdrawing to the initial project. But finally, at the end, Rey will confront her mother regarding her career and her romantic life, and her mother will completely disagree of her choices of wanting to stay and not go to China because she wants to pursue her love life and finish the project. So the mother will be very angry. Rey is going to get angry. She's going to move to her girlfriend Prince. This particular scene, I love that scene. When Rey got angry with her mother and Prince was like, I better leave you both have your argument and then I'll come back later. And Rey was like, you're not going nowhere. I'm done with you, mama.
พินไปรอข้างนอกดีกว่านะเลขอตัวนะคะ
And she's living with Prince. It was very nice. Like, mama, she has already tasted the forbidden fruit. I mean, like, everything you're going to say right now, you're just wasting your time. Then, Saifunso is going to move in with Wanmai. There will also be some tension between both of them because Wanmai is a workaholic, is an introvert, is a nerd, and Saifun is more of an extrovert. She's playful, she loves working outside, being in the environment, and not digging herself in the phone.
ฝนถ้ามีใครถามนะว่าแฟนพี่ชื่ออะไรฝนกลัวจริงๆเลยว่าพี่จะตอบว่างาน
As the story continues, a little drama would come. Rey's mother is going to destroy Prince's career, which will force Prince to withdraw from the film project. That scene, it really touched me a lot. Like, Prince was not angry with Rey's mother, and Rey was very supportive of the difficulties Prince was going. I love the story plot, especially because this time it was not a man that was going to be like the monster of the story. And this time the story was not about coming out. Like, Rey was not struggling about loving a woman. It was more about tension regarding her career. Her mother wanted her to be a big actress. It was not about, oh, you love women. No. As we are covering up to the end of the story, Rey is going to win Actress of the Year. But before that, before the award, Rey is going to discover the reason why her mom wanted so much that she should be big actress. But the reason was too small for me. Like, just because her husband was the cheater, he had a mistress. It was not sufficient. I mean, I wanted to hear something more of the mom really went through something. Like, but the mom had been a very popular actress and she's been making it in the industry for years. So it was kind of weird for me. But at the end, Rey and her mother will reconcile. It'll be very beautiful.
ว่าแต่คุณน้ามาที่นี่มีอะไรหรือเปล่า
ฉันก็แค่อยากมาเยี่ยมบ้านแฟนลูกสาว
แฟนลูกสาว
So tell me, how did you felt about Queendom? Do you think there's something they could improve, or you just felt the story was perfect the way it is? Please drop your reviews in the comments and let's have fun. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.